This is total crypto market cap, all of crypto. Often you'll hear me say, bear market swing low, higher low, higher low, higher low. We're in a higher low right now. But we're at the confluence now of a higher low, entering oversold environments where the fear is getting really to bear market territory. And this is something I want to focus on in today's analysis. We're going to look at Bitcoin price action, kind of zoomed out, but also namely in the short term to discuss how much worse things could get for markets and what this could kind of reflect on. This is an altcoin chart. This is excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, how it could reflect on this chart. Either way, everybody, my thought, my sentiment, as we become more and more fearful as a whole out there, my sentiment becomes more and more bullish. And I'm going to stand by that. So in this video, I want to dissect the data. I want to talk realistically, unemotionally about what is going on in markets. So please, if you're on board with that, hit the subscribe, hit the like on the way in. I want to start with this real quick. It's an important piece of news. When these things are happening kind of on the flip side, meaning negatively, we cover the news, right? And everybody's talking about it. But this is huge. Coinbase. This just happened with Coinbase last week. This is massive. The SEC has officially closed its investigation into Robinhood Crypto Hood and will not pursue an enforcement action. That's massive. This just happened with Coinbase. When SEC was going after Robinhood, after Coinbase, it was huge news. It was tanking markets. Now we're getting big news like this, and I understand it's not moving markets. I saw this comment, though. We often see a delayed reaction to this sort of news, but do not underestimate the bullishness of this in the coming weeks. And I want to just take that a step further, what he's saying there. Don't underestimate the bullishness of this across this cycle, across multiple cycles. We are entering, and this is one little headline playing into what I've been saying. We're entering a new era. We're obviously in high fear right now, but that is the absolute time to lock in, at least for me. You're free to do what you want out there. You're free to think how you want, obviously. Your sentiment, whatever it is what it's going to be. But I am very bullish as we kind of fall and capitulate into high fear when things like this are happening. So also check this clip out because this is kind of a macro view on what is going on right here. This is Eric over at crypto.com.
There's a wave of optimism coming out of the US. We are expecting to have better clarity in terms of the rule, whether for trading, for stable coins, and there are a lot of discussion and we're actively participating into those. I think the US new administration really wants the US to become that capital and regain leadership for digital assets.
Do you know how big that is? And this is Eric over at crypto.com. We're going to talk about what he's saying as it applies to this higher low environment that crypto is in right now in a high fear state. And before I do want to give a shout out to crypto.com for sponsoring today's video. Go download their app, click the link below, CCV link. There's so many rewards that are in play for just kind of getting started and trading with their platform. One thing I talk about a lot is the card that you see here. You can get in there, choose your card. It's this like sleek metal card that it's the coolest card you can absolutely carry. But there are rewards that come with it, earning up to 5% back on your purchases. And I've said time and time again, especially right now, if you're not taking any type of gains, or even when we start going parabolic, if it happens, it's fun to at least maybe go to dinner, use some of your crypto gains, use some of your crypto to pay for dinner. This card is pretty cool, and it allows for rewards if you get set up within the system based on these tiers. So go sign up with crypto.com, and I appreciate them sponsoring today's video. Just an awesome company in the crypto space. So here's Bitcoin on the weekly. I want to try and anticipate more pain, but at the same time, try and get just a zoomed out look at where we are. So let me first start by kind of just in this consolidation saying, if we look at this last consolidation that happened, the 8-month consolidation, if you look at the charts, it's a very similar type of flow so far, right? And we're kind of like right here. It seems like we're kind of like right in this consolidation, right? So swing high, consolidation, swing high, and now we're like pulling back down into the 20-week. swing high, consolidation, swing high, pulling into the 20-week. Notice what Bitcoin did back here, right? It fell to this swing low. There's our macro bull market doors. It hit that area and things got really volatile. What I want to make note of is this was July, right? Kind of into August, things were just bad. And so the first thing I want to do, and then we're going to talk about potential bounce and upside in the short term, but the thing I want to do is I want to talk about what if this happens? Like, what if Bitcoin actually follows that, breaks the 20-week moving average, starts falling? The answer to that question, and this is what I wanted to kind of expand on a little bit more in this video, the answer to the question, what happens if this happens, plays into, I don't want to keep using the word bullish for me, but it plays into my bullishness. Because I talked about this in last night's video. This is where we are in terms of fear and greed, right? We're in this fear environment. And if you zoom out, this is what I really wanted to point out in this video because I didn't really do it last night. Yes, back here in that 8-month consolidation, we hit a similar area, right? And you can see we capitulated into fear at 26, and that really kind of marked the bottom. That could happen, right? Bitcoin could fall. We could fall to that neckline that we've been talking about of the inverse head and shoulders, like around the $80,000 range, even maybe slightly below. Here's a total crypto market cap. Here's altcoin charts. Gonna just get demolished probably if it happens. But just notice even the altcoin charts. This is what happened in July and August. What was this? It was a higher low, right? So even if altcoins just get demolished right now, if Bitcoin makes that move, it's a higher low. And this is really, I'm trying to tie things together to say if it happens, and there's no guarantee it will happen, if it happens, the fear chart will capitulate. And so we'll be in territories that we were in back here in like September 2024. We'll be in territories that we were in September 2023. And this is what I wanted to point out to you in this video. This means from a fear perspective, if this happens, that's an if, then we'll look at upside. We'll be in a fear territory like we were back here. Like we were back here. We would be here again. And it would be a higher low for altcoins. And I know that historically, and things are diverging, let's be real. Historically, maybe we get a little dip, but the bull run kind of keeps going for altcoins right now. And it's not happening right now. And this is interesting to me because we are in an environment where, as we just looked at, things are happening. Deregulation is happening. The things that we've waited years for are happening like never before. And we really are entering this golden era for crypto. And it's like, it's falling. But I couldn't actually think of anything more long-term bullish than discounted crypto in that type of macro environment. And so I know that people are frustrated from kind of this swing high back here. Altcoins are down 26%. This is excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. And some altcoins are down more than others. But just because we're down and we're kind of consolidating in the short term, if you zoom out on the story of crypto, and this is again altcoin charts, do you see what I see? We could go lower and the chart would still be bullish. It's just, that's how this is playing out. Does it look different than this last cycle? It does right now. But that doesn't mean it's game over for crypto. In fact, this could be a very good thing. So that's kind of just a macro view with some, short-term flavor. But what I want to say is Bitcoin is on the daily chart. We're going to just keep monitoring. There's no just definitive case that we're going to fall down out of this channel. And Bitcoin could do what it did back here or wherever, and it kind of bounces and bouncing around. We could bounce again to the upside and start approaching 109 at the upper end. This is why we kind of track structure and all of these good things. But right now, support at that lower trend line is around 90 on the short term. Let's just monitor to see how it interacts with these moving averages. And then with that being said, we can also monitor altcoins. How are altcoins reacting to Bitcoin price action? And at the end of the day, I think one of the best things to do is to zoom out on these charts, but absolutely keep in mind what sentiment is doing, because there is a reason why it is a very strong saying to buy the fear. And I'm not telling anybody out there to go buy crypto, but, and this is only going back, this is a CoinMarketCap fear and greed index. This is only going back here like 2023, but you can just historically go back for all of crypto, right? The timeline of crypto and Bitcoin. When we get in these environments, and we are in it now, it is just the time to pay attention. That's not my opinion. That's data. So I think it's a very good idea to pay attention right now and to really just focus, have a plan. Don't get wrapped up in emotion. There's a lot of emotion in the comments right now. I have to personally do my best and kind of stop reading, because I've never, even in bear markets, and I've covered 2 bear markets now on this YouTube channel, almost daily videos. I've never seen sentiment so bad. And it is so odd, because right now we're in the most bullish state crypto has ever been fundamentally, and we're just putting in some type of high or low. And that is all I am tracking with y'all. So hit the subscribe if you're out there. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like, turn notifications on as we continue tracking these markets. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Go download the crypto.com app, and shout out to crypto.com for sponsoring today's video. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.